Welcome to Wave 101, Lesson 1. In each lesson, Denise and I will teach you how to study the Bible and how to manage your motivation so you keep wanting to study the Bible. This first lesson is a little bit longer than the others. In this lesson, Denise goes over 2 kinds of motivation for studying your Bible, and I go over learning how to see things in the Bible. Here's Denise.
Well, I think I'm going to have to break down the door, Jack blurted out. And his wife was like, no, Jack, just wait. Let me walk around the side of the house. I think there might be something unlocked. Just hold on. So she scurries around the side of the house. But meanwhile, Jack is thinking, no, I locked us out of our mobile home. It is my job to get us back in. And so he played a little football in high school. It's been a while since he hit something. So he's in his commando mode in his mind already. So he lowers his shoulder and he just, boom, he bursts his way through the front door. And there he is lying on top of the door in the front of their entryway. And all of a sudden, in the corner of his eye, he looks up and he sees his wife walking down the hallway. And she says, Jack, the back door was unlocked. Now, we all had a good laugh when Jack told us this story a few days later. But, it's not that uncommon for Christians to take the same approach to their Bible reading time. When their motivation begins to weaken a bit, they think, well, my only approach, is to mow through those feelings and just, burst through the activity. That's all I can do. But if you address your Bible reading time the way Jack addressed the front door, it won't be too long before you find yourselves lying on a demolished time with God. But Noel and I are walking down the hallway, and we want to tell you that God has a better way for you than just mowing through your feelings. Because it might surprise you, there really are only 2 approaches to reading your Bible. And they really have a big influence on what you get out of it, the end result. So let's look at your notes. Number 1, there are 2 approaches to having time with God. And the first one is desire-led. In other words, you read your Bible because you want to, you desire it. And then the second approach is discipline-led. You read your Bible because you should. You think you should. It's good medicine. It's good for you. So healthy Bible reading is going to involve both desire and discipline. But it's really important which one you lead with, because Bible reading is different than doing homework in school. When you did homework in school, the objective was to acquire information, to gain facts, these kind of answers. But the objective in reading your Bible is to enrich your relationship to God and therefore be transformed by your relationship with God. So, discipline is sufficient motivation for acquiring facts, but not for changing a heart. So it's really important how you begin your motivation for reading your Bible. Blessings on you.
There are 4 steps in devotional Bible study, but by far the first step is the most important. The first step in devotional Bible study is learning to see what's in the passage, to see the facts in the passage. To help with that step, I'm going to show a short video segment, and at the end of the video segment, I'm going to ask you one question. What did you see? You ready? Here goes.
All right, here we go. There it is. Okay.
This is my anniversary gift?
Yep.
A vacuum cleaner?
Dual bag. This is the best vacuum cleaner you'll ever have, baby.
Get in there.
Not a big fan of that look. I got you.
New arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is this place?
You are in the doghouse.
Doghouse?
Since time immemorial, when men have messed up, they get sent here by their wives or girlfriends. Bold.
Yeah, but I don't deserve to be here. I didn't do anything.
Every man in the doghouse thinks he's innocent. Isn't that right, boys?
Look, all I know is that I got my wife this really nice gift, and then now here.
What'd you get her?
This brand new dual bag vacuum cleaner, actually.
Hear that, boys? You got our vacuum cleaner.
You're a fool, man. Well, it was dual bag.
And dual bag doesn't know why he's here.
I realize it's not the most romantic gift, but
There are many reasons a man can end up in here.
I told my wife that staying home with the kids was a heck of a lot easier than having to actually work for a living.
Pops. See, a lot of guys end up in here during the holidays because they give their wives thoughtless gifts, like a vacuum cleaner.
I got my wife extra RAM memory for her computer as a gift. I even attached a note that said, "Thank you for the memories." Didn't go down very well.
is there any hope? Can you get out of here?
One man got out. Arnold.
Help with the cooking. Stop checking out other women in restaurants.
He sent us this.
Offer to change.
Arnold's wife let him out of the doghouse. Not sure how he did it.
Hey, lunch!
Okay, what did you see? Here we have a situation where who is the person who gets upset? You know, the wife gets upset at her present. So you can write that down. That is something you see in this. So wife gets upset with present. What does she do about it? Well, she throws her husband in the doghouse. Throws husband in doghouse. This is something you see. It's a fact of the passage, so you can write it down. Then, what is the doghouse like? When you look around the room, and doghouse is a dungeon. It has a dungeon feel. Are there guys and girls in the doghouse? Well, in this film, only guys are in the doghouse. What kind of people are in the doghouse? No particular kind of person in the doghouse, all different kinds. What are they doing? They're doing chores that their wives probably would want them to do, folding laundry and such. Can you get out of the doghouse? Well, it's difficult to get out of the doghouse. That's something you can see. The guy said it. He mentioned that one guy did get out. What do you see? What do you see about that? One person got out. How did he get out? He bought his wife jewelry. That's how he got out of the doghouse. So you see what I'm saying here? Surface what you can see and write down what you see. You're not making a lot out of it. You're just surfacing these details so they're up in your mind and you can use them and you can start to explore them in the other steps of devotional Bible study. Now, to continue helping you learn to see things, I'm going to read one passage out of the Bible. A passage from the book of Mark, chapter 2, beginning at verse 16. After I read this, I'm just going to have one question. What did you see? Okay? Here it is, reading from the New American Standard. When the scribes of the Pharisees saw that he was eating with the sinners and tax collectors, they said to his disciples, "Why is he eating and drinking with tax collectors and sinners?" And hearing this, Jesus said to them, It is not those who are healthy who need a physician, but those who are sick. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners. Okay, here is a passage from the Bible, and our only objective is to surface what we see. So let's take a look at the first part. When the scribes of the Pharisees saw that he was eating with the sinners and tax collectors, what do you see there? Who are the people who are in action in this passage? Well, there's the scribes of the Pharisees. So far, that's what we see. The scribes and the Pharisees are talking. Also, there's the sinners and tax collectors. The sinners and tax collectors are eating with Jesus. And these scribes, they said to his disciples, "Why is he eating and drinking?" So on. The scribes ask a question. There is something you can see. Who do they ask the question of? Of Jesus? No. They ask his disciples. Scribes ask his disciples, why does Jesus do this? And what is it they're objecting to? They don't like Jesus eating with the tax collectors and sinners. Okay? Those are the facts of that first verse. The second verse, and hearing this, Jesus said to them. And hearing this, Jesus said to them. Jesus overhears the conversation. Okay? That's a fact. Jesus speaks directly to the scribes on behalf. You know, he short circuits the triangle with the disciples. It is not those who are healthy who need a physician, but those who are sick. So what do you see here? Jesus compares himself to a physician. He says, physicians don't go to the healthy, they go to the sick. In the same way, he's saying he's not going to who? The healthy, the righteous. So Jesus is not coming to the righteous. He's coming to the sinners. Okay, now this is the first step of Bible study, and you might think, well, I don't understand this passage. There's several questions I have. Save those questions. The other steps will delve more into this passage and get something that is spiritual food you can live on. But the first step is real important because some people jump past the first step. They're in so eager to find out what God has for them that they don't really surface what's in the passage. So they don't really have much to work with. This step is only for surfacing what's there. The first step of Bible study is learning to see the facts in the passage. Next time, Denise is going to talk about discipline-led Bible study and desire-led Bible study. And we're going to talk about seeing things in the Bible with a second example. Lord bless you.